Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be when you eventually watch this video, church family. It is our second update of the COVID-19 situation. I can tell you that I've been getting some good rest, and I've been taking advantage of this self-quarantine to really rejuvenate myself, drinking lots of water, lots of vitamin C, to continue my own personal diligence during this time. To give you some updates, I'm wearing this hat in mourning of my favorite team because Major League Baseball has just announced that they are not going to start the season until at least 8 more weeks down the road. This is in response to the CDC's recent announcement that they do not recommend any meetings of people of over 50 people for the next 8 weeks. And so how that, in conjunction with President Trump's announcement of not suggesting to meet with groups of over 10 people, is going to affect us down the road, I still don't know yet. But my word of encouragement to you is this. The song Heart of Worship, I'm not sure how many of you know the origin of that song, but the leader, the one who wrote that song, the music praise leader, he was tired of how the church was going into worship wars and how this song or that song is best. And so what he did is he experimented for a time. I don't remember how long it was, but he experimented a time where they had no music during their church services so they could see what worship was really about. That's why the lyrics of that song says, "When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart." As I've taken some time to think about what we have to offer during this time of quarantine, I find it very poetic that, like as Christianity began, we are returning potentially to a time, at least for a season, when we are going to be breaking bread together in each other's homes as the main form of collective worship. I think something is beautiful about that. I believe a revival is coming, and God desires His people to return. And one of the greatest opportunities and requirements, if you want to have your own spiritual revival, is a time of solitude and reflection. So rather than seeing this as a limiting time, a time in which we are not able to do this or not able to do that, I'd encourage you all to think about this as an opportunity to really reflect in the solitude with you and Jesus. And how is your walk with Him today? How is your walk with Him right now? Let this be a pulse check. And as we think about it, as we follow the words of Heart of Worship and to see what it really means when the music fades and all stripped away from our time, and we simply come longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless God's heart, we'll bring Him more than a worship service or a song. For a song in itself and a worship service in itself is not what He has required. He looks much deeper within than the way things appear. He looks into our hearts. So as we reflect in this time, as we think about where we are with the Lord, I want to encourage you to look deep into your own heart and see what it is that we're truly made of during this time. I am sorry that we had some mistakes with the Excel sheets. They should be fixed. I want to thank you so much for those who have been so supportive of the initiatives during this time. I think if we really press together while we're separate, we can really make something that is beautiful. And so thank you. I hope that you're able to write your name in. If there are any other complications, please continue to tell me as we work together. Thank you, and have a good rest of your time, whether that be evening, morning, or night.